And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10, Smith again. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now Geno on first down. He gets it to Cooks. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Smith throwing again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. 23 yards the pickup there. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Smith's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On first down, Smith. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'd say they learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Smith. Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Geno Smith, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons 7, Lions nothing.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Chandler on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Davis now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. You got to shake that off and get going.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. In motion left goes Cooks. On 1st and 10, Smith. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Lockett from 19 yards away. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Falcons 14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Davis looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's good for the Lions.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Johnson, the man in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Davis. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Only a score. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, it's Smith, and that's complete to Cooks. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. To the air again, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith. This is caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, 28 yards. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
The score, Falcons 21, Lions nothing.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Off the play fake. Davis. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Davis, off play action. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. Hurt. 19 Lions. Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mustang 19. Hey, pass. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing now is Geno. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Brandon Smith with a nice rush to get him down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On 2nd and goal, Smith. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Davis. Got a man here. It's Bryant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Davis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In motion right here comes Johnson. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now Geno. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Gerald Everett, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Here's Davis. Off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Chandler is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here's Chandler again.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Todd Chandler
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and get it all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Miles Sanders on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Smith on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
19 tight. 60 average.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. It's caught left side by Cooks. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
60
Here's Smith. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Aaron Jones from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here's Chandler.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Now Chandler.
They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chandler. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. From the 17, Davis. That's caught by Howard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Davis now. And it's caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
42, Lions 17. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Smith going to throw it. Returning right back to Lockett. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Warriors 70. 19 White. Buffalo 18.
On 1st and 10, Smith. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
The CD always a little extra exciting.